We're going to be replacing some 1950s doors, specifically the tracks on them, because these doors keep getting jammed. So in my case, on the ground, they have these pins, and you literally just unscrew them and they come out like that. If you look at this rail, you can see that the hook side is on this side's flat. So that means to get these doors to come off, I have to lean it back into the doorway like that, and then lift up here to get the wheel to come off. I'm just gonna be taking out all these flatheads. All of these screws up here are gonna be taken out. So now that we got the track off, the next most important thing here is to make sure you're giving yourself enough space where you mount the new track. And so according to this chart right here, so our doors are 1 3/8", which is what this dimension is right here. And so for 1 3/8 doors, the space from the edge, the inner edge of the fascia, which is this piece, to the starting edge of our metal bar, distance or dimension A, is supposed to be 7/8 of an inch. So I've taken a combination square here and I have it set to 7/8 of an inch. And so basically what I'm gonna do is, you can see that where the old track was from this new track is gonna be too close. So I'm gonna mark a line right there. I'm gonna scribe it all the way across. Next step is we're going to be putting the actual wheels onto our doors, and this calls for the center being 2.5 inches off the edge. So I took my tape measure and I stuck it to 2.5, and then I pushed down, so I got a little mark here at 2.5. And you'll note how these things have numbers. This is number 1, that's number 2. So just be consistent. And then the other thing is, if you look at these wheels, I fully have this wheel in as far as it'll go, so that if I need to drop it, I can. And that also let me get the most clearance I can off the ground for when I'm putting in the track guide. But right now, I'm gonna take these guys, and then seeing that line we drew in right there, I'm gonna put this so it's centered right there, and then we're gonna drill some pilot holes, screw that in place. Number 1 for this setup is going to be the door farthest back. So that'll be the first one that I hook onto these tracks. So the door will come up and then it'll grab onto that one. And then the front door will come up and it'll grab on to that one. So door number 1 here, door number 2 there. So that's what I'm about to do to get these hung. This is also the part where if these doors are too long, I might need to cut a 1/4, 1/2 inch-ish off the bottom so that it'll actually clear, but we'll see. All right, and so the very last step here is to position our floor guide for the doors. So you can see it moves this way and this way. So the way you figure out where it should go along that direction is by looking at the reveal from there all the way up. And I think honestly it's better to just eyeball it and see when it looks good, because if you measure it, you're gonna realize, like, you know, the doors aren't straight and other stuff. So just eyeball it and make it look good. And then I'm gonna drill a pilot hole once it looks where I want it to be. Same thing on this side. So I'm just seeing how much reveal there is between the door and the jamb right there. So what bad looks like, if I pull this out too far, is you've got no reveal right there, and then a lot of reveal at the top, and then same story there where there's too little. So basically you just keep moving this thing and eyeballing it until it looks good. And then once you get it where you're happy with it, then you fasten it down. And you do want to make sure that along this way, you put it where, like right here, I've got this overlap between the two doors. So I know that in this direction it's good. And then once you get that other direction down, then you fasten it. Alright guys, these are our new doors, and we've got our track on the bottom, so now it slides nice and clean across. And the door was damaged on the bottom. Also slides nice and easy all the way across, and it's got the new bottom bit. Yeah, so that is what done looks like. And then last thing here is this reveal right here. You can see how there's a little gap right there. So if I wanted to adjust it, I use the knobs on the back. So that made it worse. So I'm gonna lift it up and go the other way. You can see how that fixed it there, but I created a little gap at the bottom. So I'm just rotating that until it closes. And honestly, you can only get one of the jambs to be flush, because as you can see, it's flush right here. And then on this side, I've got that huge gap here. So you pick your battles. But yeah, we've got some nice new things, and these doors move a lot better than they used to. So thanks for watching, everyone.